Alright, thank you all art people for following me till episode 8, or if you're just tuning in, we are blending the color still on our first face layer of this mesh. I'm in by first layer. Again, I'm going to reiterate that we are eventually going to draw the eyes separate, we are going to draw the lips separate, we are going to do the nose, ears, hair is all separate. You could do the nose with the main mesh, but again, usually just because of the complexity and how important a nose is to face structure, I usually just blend it to the background layer. But again, you can do either one. But what I've done with episode 7 is I was blending the face, and I'm going to show you, if I just hide my top layer here, that is what we started out with. And then this is what we have gotten to before I cut the episode short. Big difference from that to this. So we're going to continue cleaning using the methods that we have been using, such as selecting multiple points and using the same source color for those points. And what we're also going to focus on is doing our cross color matching method, where we go right to left. And we're going to keep doing that. I'm gonna do that again, starting where I left off, right about here. I just see a little bit of darkness right here, so I'm just going to lighten that up by selecting the points that I think are causing that, and then I'm going to do some color matching. And then what I'm going to do after some color matching, I'm going to do some... I undid that right there, I didn't like that. I'm just going to do the right and left technique, actually, starting from the end here. So I'm going to take my eyedropper tool, and I'm going to select to the right of every point across this line. Now I'm going to select to the left of every point to continue to give that blend. We're selecting the colors in between the left point and the right point. So if I'm selecting right here, I'm selecting a blend of color between the middle of this color and the middle of this color. So somewhere in between, I'm getting a mix, like a natural gradient. And that's what we're really selecting, is we're trying to select that mid-tone between the points that we're trying to blend. And that's what's going to give us our neutral change of color. So I'm just going to keep going here. It's not like a 1-2 thing. You got to go over it a bunch of times. You got to check on it. You got to zoom out, see what it looks like, zoom back in, keep correcting. But not too bad. I don't like that little dark spot right there, but otherwise to the left, I would say that we're pretty good. So we can see it's looking pretty good up against this shadow line right here. It's looking pretty natural. So again, we're just gonna have to keep going. So we're doing it much better now, cleaning up those harsh, weird streakiness things that are happening when we have tight lines in mesh and we have a lot of variance in color. When we select color and fill this color in, we're selecting pixels that vary in color so finitely. So if you're not selecting the perfect shade, when you zoom in with the eyedropper when selecting pixels, you're gonna get looks like this. So I usually just fill it in. You get a base, you fix what you need to fix, and then you start blending like we are doing now. We're selecting points back and forth, changing the color, using the source color next to it, in between, and finding a happy medium to happily blend this face into a smooth, silky look that no one's going to be able to tell it was not a studio photograph. That's going to look real. But it's going to look real in a very surreal way. Alright, so I zoomed down and right here I see I have a problem creating right now, so I'm going to just stop and fix that before I move on. Alright, so we're looking pretty good. We're still going. Alright, so I know I barely spoke in this episode, but before I stop and go into episode 9, I just want to take this moment and just compare our original color fill to our new blend. So this is our original that we're on, and then this is the old one. Very big and very big and beautiful difference between the old and the new. We still see the face structure, but we have a much better structure to the face, and if we hide all of it, we get a great resemblance of her face. So I hope while watching any of that fast forward, you saw what I was doing, and keep going and keep blending, and probably in the next episode will be mostly blending until we finally clean up this base plate of the face, and then we can really start filling in the intricate details that's gonna make this pop. My name is Mark DiMattei, and my Instagram is markd_arts, marked arts, and thank you for watching.